Hi, I'm Dr. Prem, podiatrist. First of all, I want to thank you all for supporting me in my YouTube channel. And this is my 100th video I'm going to upload. So, once again, I just want to convey my thanks to you all. So, this video is all about plantar fasciitis or heel pain. Commonly, young female as well as middle-aged females come with heel pain, particularly those who are overweight and those who are having flat foot, and those who are office goers who usually wear a high heel footwear. So when we come to the topic of plantar fasciitis or the heel pain, first important thing we need to know about the plantar fascia. So this is the plantar fascia which runs from the ball of the foot and attached to the calcaneum here. So it has lateral band, medial band and central band. So what we call central band is plantar aponeurosis. So usually females or office goers tend to tell they have this kind of heel pain, especially in the morning when they usually start walking the first step. So what is the mechanism that throughout the day night the plantar fascia is relaxed when they suddenly keep the foot down in early morning. They usually they feel a short pain here. So this is this they will have for more than some patient may have more than a year also. So the predisposing factor for all this plantar fasciitis or heel pain or a calcaneal spur, all these things are overweight, one thing, or flat foot or a tight tendo Achilles, or there is a projection of the bone in the attachment of plantar fascia, that is calcaneal spur. So these are the main predisposing factors. Sometimes 30% of the individual will have this kind of heel pain on both the foot also. So the investigation for this is local ultrasonogram. So we need to measure the thickness of plantar fascia, and then hypoechogenic area, any degeneration. So all these things we need to be looked in ultrasonography. So the management of this plantar fasciitis is conservative most of the time. So it requires exercise. So plantar fascia stretching exercise, tendo Achilles stretching exercise. So along with custom insoles which supports the arch of the foot. And then few exercises which I am going to demonstrate today. So this is usually for mild to moderate case of plantar fasciitis. This is enough. If the plantar fasciitis pain is not subsiding, with this one we can able to give a local PRP injection, or as some doctors now prefer to give a steroid injection along the insertion of the plantar fascia, and along with this stretching exercise. So very rarely we do plantar fascia release surgery for chronic plantar fasciitis which is not subsiding by this kind of conservative management. Now I am going to show you the exercise regimen for plantar fasciitis or heel pain. So when we come for plantar fasciitis stretching exercise, so the patient should be taught to do a great toe stretching extension with the dorsiflexion. So this needs to be repeated for 10 times, and this toe has to be held in position for 10 seconds, and then you need to relax. Then 10 seconds with the dorsiflexion and then relax. So what is the purpose of doing this one? The plantar fasciitis is stretched by a windlass mechanism. So every time when you do dorsiflex and stretch this one, so the plantar fasciitis gets stretched. So 10 times you need to repeat this before stamping your foot down in the early morning after rising out of the bed. So the second exercise is a band. You can use towel also, simple towel. The knee should be kept straight without flexing, and then this has to be pulled like this, and This has to be held in position for 10 seconds. You see this plantar fascia is getting stretched, and then relax and stretch, relax, this needs to be repeated again for 5 times. The other exercise is icy water bottle rolling. They can fill this water bottle and keep in the refrigerator. Once it forms ice, the patient can keep under the feet and they can start rolling. So this will reduce the pain, and this needs to be repeated till they feel comfortable. If the other form of this one is using a chapati roller, they can use the similar kind of rolling with this kind of chapati roller. So the commercially available product for this kind of heel pain is plantar fasciitis night splint. It holds the plantar fascia stretched throughout the night. That also patient can try. So to be in short, the management of plantar fasciitis is stretching exercise, and then night splint, sometimes a PRP or a steroid injection locally, and a custom made insert. So all these things on the physiotherapy part, they will sometimes they will give extracorporeal shock wave therapy as well as this ultrasound therapy. Both are equally good, but the thing is, in extracorporeal shock wave therapy, the patient feel comfortable very fast compared to your other ultrasound therapies. And the extracorporeal therapy, shock wave therapy, is once a week regimen for 3 weeks, and for this regular ultrasound therapy, it is thrice a week, so for 3 weeks. So but the benefit of ultrasound wave therapy is somewhere lower than extracorporeal shock wave therapy. We usually suggest extracorporeal shock wave therapy for patients with plantar fasciitis. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.